How's it going, YouTube? This is Skull, and today I am showing off my Disney live-action remake collection. So this was actually a video suggestion from a commenter a few videos ago. So whoever you were that suggested that I make this collection video, thank you so much. This was a tremendous idea, and I don't have much to show off, but I'm happy to share what I do have. And if any of you have any suggestions on other collections that I should show off in future videos, then please let me know in the comments of this one. So, as of the time that I am recording this, there are 24 live-action remakes from Disney. Moana comes out in just a few weeks right now, but as of now, there are 24. 21 of which are available on home video. I believe Lady and the Tramp, Peter Pan and Wendy, and Pinocchio are Disney Plus exclusives. All the rest have gotten physical releases. Of those 21, I own 10 of them. And to be clear, that's a list that includes live-action remakes and their direct sequels. So that's why you see, for example, 102 Dalmatians here. Even though it's not a remake, it's a sequel to a remake. So I'm going to be showing these off in chronological order from when they first released, and a lot of people will probably be surprised to find out that the very first live-action remake Disney ever did was The Jungle Book. This was a film that released in the year 1994. This was Disney's very first ever live-action remake. And my copy is this Laserdisc. So, yeah, this is actually an interesting movie. It's a live-action remake in the vaguest sense. There is not much here that actually resembles the original film. It's basically more or less a brand new adaptation of the Jungle Book story, but it has a few references to the animated film here and there, and it's from Disney, so they themselves count it as a live-action remake. So it's an interesting film. I much prefer the animated version, and especially the 2016 version over this, but if you've never seen this, I think it's worth a watch. There's a lot of actors in here you might recognize. So Mowgli here is played by Jason Scott Lee. You might know him best as oh man, now this is embarrassing. I forget his name, but he was Nani's boyfriend in Lilo and Stitch. But there's also Carrie Elway's in here, and John Cleese, and Sam Neill is in here. Really? I didn't actually know that. There's a lot of people in here that you might recognize. So yeah, I think this is worth a watch if you've never seen it before. Their next big remake was 101 Dalmatians, and I remember when this came out, what a big deal it was. I was seeing promos for it everywhere. I saw this in theaters. Well, maybe I didn't actually. When did this release? I'd like to say 98. I'm trying to find the date. I can't find the date anywhere. I'm almost positive this released in 1998. And in any case, I actually was very aware of this when it came out. I think this is one of the best ones that they've ever done, even now, because, well, first of all, Glenn Close is an amazing Cruella de Vil. Like, she was born for that role. She's just a great actress in general. This has a lot of great elements from the original animated film while also adding its own spin in live action. There is really not a single listing anywhere here of what year this film released, and that's bugging me. Oh, man. Anyway, so we had 101 Dalmatians. If you've never seen this, do yourself a favor. Watch it. You will love it. I promise you. And then 101 Dalmatians had a theatrical sequel, 102 Dalmatians, which I am much more familiar with. So I own the VHS and the DVD, and this is the only film in this pile that I own 2 copies of. So yeah, this released in, I'd like to say, the year 2000. I remember that this, and not the first one, got an Academy Award nomination. This got an Oscar nomination for costume design. It didn't win, but I think that the nomination was well-deserved. I don't know which one I like more. They're both interesting. This one is like a completely fresh, new movie, obviously. After 101 Dalmatians, this is about a spotless Dalmatian. It's a very cute little film. So yeah, definitely worth a watch, I think. I think all these are worth a watch. I have seen the vast majority of Disney live-action remakes. Even if I don't own them, I've at least seen them once or twice to give them a fair shot, and I have enjoyed most of them. Most of them that I haven't enjoyed, I basically didn't get, or I will show off later and point them out. I think that they're worth giving a chance. You know, we'll always have the original animated films, and nothing can ever take that away from us. So with that in mind, for what they are, the live action remakes are actually, you know, they're a good 2 hours of solid entertainment. I say as I pull out my next live action remake in my pile here, the next one I own isn't all the way until The Jungle Book. Isn't until all the way in The Jungle Book. This is probably, actually not even probably, this is the best live action remake that they've done. This might be controversial. I would consider this superior to the animated film. This is a tremendous, perfect blend of the animated film being remade in live action and taking the original source material from the Jungle Book story and adapting that in a brand new way. It's beautifully done. It's a tremendous visual effects demo reel. I own this in 4K, obviously. So, this is the best live action remake that they've done. And I will stand by that. This is a really, really good film. I think that pretty much everyone agrees with me on that. But yeah, if you haven't seen that one yet, then do yourselves a favor, give it a watch. Okay, so technically, I don't own the remake of this, but I own the sequel. So this is Alice Through the Looking Glass, and I do not own Alice in Wonderland from 2010, but this is the sequel. So, and obviously, if you've watched my videos this year, you'll know that this is the Walmart 2016 Holiday Gold slipcover edition of the film. And that's why I own this, is because I needed this to complete my set of 11 of these. So, yeah, and this is just a slipcover variant. The Blu-ray underneath just looks like that. But that's my one copy of this film. I haven't even seen this. I haven't seen the original, or the first film, Alice in Wonderland live action, either. So maybe I should sit down and watch those sometime. Up next, we have another one that the fans really love, and I agree, this is a really good one. We've got Beauty and the Beast. This is just a DVD copy of the film. This was my mother's. She loved this film. She adored this film. So when she died, I inherited her movies, and, well, I've kept this because of that. Another great film. This is a little better than a shot-for-shot remake. It adds its own stuff. It adds enough new stuff to make it stand out on its own. But 80% of it is just the animated film. But the animated film was a Best Picture nominee. So if all you do is just remake the animated film shot for shot, it's already going to be a pretty much a perfect film as it is. Think about How to Train Your Dragon live action. Okay, up next we have this. So this is, I don't know, this is live action, but it's all CG. Okay, let me get this out of the way. As far as tech demos go, this is a good one. This is a really good tech demo of where photorealistic visual effects can take you. Like, it looks like real animals. It really does. Like, I watched this in IMAX, and there were maybe 3 shots total that I said, oh, that's CG. The rest of it, I believe that I was looking at lions and meerkats and warthogs and stuff, even though I know better. You know, obviously I was like, oh, I wonder how they did that. Obviously I knew it was, you know, CG, but still. As far as tech demos go, this is amazing. This is probably the best visual effects that I've ever seen in a live action remake from Disney. But I don't know. This is like the definition of a shot-for-shot remake. There's not much new here. Like 95% of this is the animated film in live action, but they just somehow sucked all the soul out of it. And people will say it was because there's no facial expressions. I don't think that's it. I feel like the director got all the actors into the booth and said, okay, I want for you to deliver the lines as differently from the animated film as you can, without actually changing the lines. And the animated film delivery is part of what made the original so beautiful, was that, like, they were all so emotive with their voices. You felt like they were real people, like real characters. Whereas in live action, it feels like a bunch of actors in a studio just reading a script. Yeah, unfortunately, but I did like Timon and Pumbaa. And it, you know, Okay, I'll say it again. This, as far as 4Ks go, this is like, I listed this in my list of top 10 demo-worthy 4Ks. The visuals are stunning. The Atmos is perfect. As far as like actual, like something to watch in your home theater, it's demo-worthy, but the actual movie itself, I did not like, honestly. It's probably the one that I liked the least out of all the live actions, that I own anyway. All right, next we're going to Mulan, and I'm sure people are thinking, wait, you liked this more than The Lion King? Well, actually, yes, I did. This is a slipcover version. I'm not sure where this is from, but clearly there's... This must be an exclusive to a store of some kind, maybe Walmart, maybe Best Buy. Anyway, it's just a slipcover variant. That's what that looks like underneath. So I did buy the premium $30 Disney Plus version during COVID just to give it a watch at home. I enjoyed it. I mean, obviously the animated film is way better, but I mean, I clearly enjoyed this enough to pick up the 4K. To be fair, I found this at a used movie store for $5, and for $5, I'll take that. Yes, the animated film is better, but for live action remakes, this is okay. I liked it enough. I mean, enough to buy it, enough to rewatch it every once in a while. All right. Technically, up next, I have 2 left, and this next one is technically the last remake, specifically, that I own, and that is The Little Mermaid, and I loved this film. I would put this at number 3 of the best live-action remakes Disney has done after The Jungle Book and 101 Dalmatians. Then there's this. I know that a lot of people will strongly disagree. I'm expecting a plethora of downvotes from that, but I loved this remake. Okay, first of all, Melissa McCarthy as Ursula. Holy cow, that is just perfect casting. But like, Halle Bailey as Ariel, she was great. This film added so much to the animated version, which I still think is superior, don't get me wrong, but as its own film, this stands out, stands alone very well. It adds a lot of character for Eric, it adds a lot of really cool extra stuff when Ariel is on land, it adds extra details to the lore. It is such a fun film. I liked this one a lot. And I'm so sad that people didn't give it a better chance. Like, I don't know why not. Also, I forgot to mention, this is the Disney Movie Club exclusive 4K variant. So you can only get this slipcover and the case underneath from Disney Movie Club specifically. So yeah, I liked this, man. I don't know why more people don't, honestly. And finally, I have my final addition to my collection. My most recent movie is actually a sequel. It is Mufasa, The Lion King, and it's in this 4K steelbook, the only way to own the film in 4K. It is better than the first one. It is way better. First of all, it's an original story. You don't have to worry about adapting the first film all over again, which was perfect. Now you got this, and when it first came out, I thought, wait a minute. So Mufasa was not the firstborn, and he stole the throne from his brother? How's that going to turn into a good movie? How can that possibly be good? And then it was. This is actually a really good film. I put it at a solid upper half of the live action remakes in terms of my enjoyability of it. This is fun. This is good. And I'm glad that so many people gave it a chance too. This was nowhere near as popular as the first one, but everyone who actually gave it a chance and has watched it, most people that I've talked to said, oh yeah, they're glad they did because this was a fun time. This was a good movie, just straight up a good movie. And yeah, I'm proud to own this in 4K as well. So this is another tech demo, demo-worthy 4K. It's newer than the first film by 5 years, so it's 5 years newer in technology. I know, you know, the lions are all emotive now, so they actually have facial expressions, so that was the biggest thing people wanted. But yeah, just more than that, it is just a beautiful film. It has fun characters, a really good story, really gripping. Like, I don't know who directed this. Barry Jenkins, Barry, you know how to tell a good story. Please keep making movies. And that wraps up my Disney live action remakes collection. So, like I said, I only have 10 out of 21, so maybe I should pick up some more to add to my collection. There's only 21 to go after, so with that in mind, and I'm halfway there, maybe I will go ahead and pick up some more just so that I can so I can eventually own all of them. So I love Disney, can you tell? So thanks everyone for watching. Remember, please leave a comment below if with whatever collection you want for me to show off in future videos. This was the suggestion of a fan. So thank you for the suggestion, and thank you all of you for leaving your suggestions for what I should do next. And guys, if you haven't watched these films, give them a go. I know that people like live action remakes, they don't serve a purpose, they're just a cash grab, but a lot of them stand really well on their own, and I think that they deserve a fair chance. A lot of them, who knows, you might even enjoy. Thanks everyone for watching, and stay tuned for more.